YouTube! I don't even begin with how I feel about Attack on Titans episode 54 and episode 55. But I'm just going to have to start with episode 54 because that is where my frustration has to begin. Because, look, if there was ever a definition for on-site, there would be a picture of Levi and Mikasa. Because for as long as Attack on Titan has been going on, they literally, when it comes to smoke and wanting action, they don't give you no words. They just roll up on you. Okay? I think it was episode 52 when Reiner popped out of the wall. Levi wasted no time. Like, as soon as he spotted Reiner, boom, on knife through the neck, knife through the chest, no words, no hesitation, straight to action. That's how Levi has been ever since we've met him, okay? No takes at all. We're going in one take. I'm not editing this. In episode 54, spoilers, he is going at Beast Titan. Like, by the time Beast Titan knows he's there, it's too late, okay? He is giving Beast Titan the works. And for some reason, he then wants to start monologuing. And I'm just looking at my screen like, don't start monologuing. He puts the knife in his mouth and he starts monologuing. And then what the fuck happens? The fucking mongoose, meerkat, fucking sloth Titan pops up out of nowhere. I don't know how Levi didn't hear him approach, but he pops up out of nowhere. He steals the Beast Titan in his human form away, and he's fucking safe and in the fucking wind. Now, let's get to the fucking moment that has me absolutely frustrated after that, because that had me frustrated too. But let's talk about Armin, okay? And this whole plan that he devised to take down the fucking Colossal Titan, alright? Now, none of it made sense at the time, but it was clear that he was the diversion. And during his diversion, you're like, why hasn't he... First of all, he shot his dynamic whatever gear into the teeth of the Beast Titan, and they realized that if you shoot it into the teeth of the Beast Titan, when he emits his steam, it's not going to disconnect because it only disconnects if it's in the muscle, because the steam comes out the muscle. But if you shoot in the teeth, the steam doesn't come out of it. So it's just a matter about holding on. The problem is, if you've ever gotten into a hot ass car in a summer day, you realize it's hard to breathe. That's because there is less oxygen when it comes to heat. And because of this, Armin was not able to breathe. Now, Bert, I forgot his full name. I'm gonna call the nigga Bert. Bert starts letting out more steam. Armin's like, I can't breathe. And so Armin never lets go, right? This is all after he's given the speech to Eren about, I want to see the sea. Let's go and see the sea together. I'm not going to do anything reckless. We can't die till we see the sea. All that shit goes out the window because Armin refuses to let go. He says, I can't breathe. But then he's like, I got to give Eren enough time to do what he has to do. And at the time, nobody knew what he was going to do. Because mind you, he just got, field goal punted on top of the 100-meter tall wall, right? Then he falls, and it's like he's just sitting there. And long story short, you fast forward, he was laying there at the bottom after falling because he was doing his hardening ability to plug up the hole. And then he pops up behind the Colossal Titan. So keep this in mind. Hold that in your mind. Now let's go back to Armin. Armin was the distraction. Bert was like, I'm going to make your death painless because it's steam. It's still technically hot. And apparently he can regulate how much heat he produces from his steam. So the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, Armin, it's time for you to let go. Disconnect your gear. He didn't disconnect. Bert's turning up the steam. So you're seeing Armin go from Armin to One Punch Man's black cousin. And then you're like, okay, he can still survive this because he's still alive. No, disconnect your gear. Let go. He was like, no, I got to give Eren more time. How much time does he need? And I'm asking this because he doesn't need any more time, because one, even if he has more time, he can't get close to the Colossal Titan because he's producing steam. So it doesn't matter how much time you give him, there's too much steam. If Eren wants to get close to Colossal Titan, the steam has to stop. The steam's not going to stop as long as you're connected to Colossal Titan. So then he turns up the steam, and next thing you know, boom, his skin starts to melt. I'm like, wait, is his skin melting? And then next thing you know, Armin catches on fucking fire. Then the steam stops. Eren is no longer in his Titan form. He's in his human form. He pops up and he takes down the Colossal Titan the old school way with the Titan gear and the swords. And then he pulls out Bert from the Colossal Titan. The Colossal Titan falls, and Bert's dragging his body on top of Rube next to the crispy One Punch Man cousin that is now Armin. Fast forward to episode 55. Armin's dead at this point. Fast forward to chapter 55. Episode 55. Skip to the climax of the whole fucking episode. Armin's a fucking alive. He hiccups. Eren's crying his ass off. Right? Hodgins is alive, and she's like, yo, Mikasa, go get Levi, because he has the syringe that turns the person into a Titan, and use that to save Erwin. And so she goes to find Levi. She finds Levi. She's like, we need the syringe to save Armin. At the same time, the redhead dude, who was the bitch in episode like 50 to 52, one of those 2 episodes, good lord, he brings up Commander Erwin. And it was like, yo, he's barely alive. But Armin's barely alive. So now Levi is having a fucking mental battle whether or not he should save Armin or Erwin. And he chooses Erwin, right? He's like, yo, I need to save Erwin. Eren and Mikasa were like, no, nigga, you need to save Armin. And they're going down this list of accolades that Armin has as to why he should be saved over Erwin. But Levi and Hodgins is like, no, what are you talking about? That's the commander. Even if Armin has done all those things, it doesn't change the fact that Armin does not have the experience as Erwin does. So you should save Erwin versus Armin. Conclusion of the episode. Levi goes to save Erwin, and Erwin slaps Levi's hand away from him in like some unconscious, subconscious realm where he's like, no, save Armin. And so Levi decides to save Armin. Armin takes the syringe, he turns into a Titan, he eats Bert, who was the Colossal Titan, and now, because of what we knew from the earlier episodes, if you turn into a Titan and you eat a smart Titan, then you gain the ability and the consciousness of that previous Titan that you just ate. So long story short, Armin is now alive. He is healthy. He is not burnt and crispy and One Punch Man's cousin, but he is now a Colossal Titan. Boom. So now Eren is a hardening Titan, and you have Armin, who is the Colossal Titan. And the way things were setting up in the episode, Hodgins was with all the smoke at that point in time because she almost got blown up in an atomic bomb, which is a question in and of itself, because as far as I know, the Colossal Titan never produced an explosion on fucking Hiroshima or Nagasaki levels. Like, that was a tremendous atomic bomb explosion that we never saw before, but that happened. And now Armin is now the Colossal Titan, and she was with all the smoke, and she was killing Reiner during that whole entire episode of episode 55. But it brings me to the fucking question: who would you have resurrected? Armin, with all of his newfound potential and prowess that he has had within the last 5 episodes, because he's done a lot of good. He was the one who discerned traveling at nighttime. He was the one who discovered Annie and her identity as the female Titan. He was the one who found Reiner within the wall. So he has done a lot of good and a lot of advancements within the, the scouts and stuff like that. And, it was kind of foreshadowed within the last 5 episodes that Erwin was grooming Armin to become like this, to be more confident with himself and with his ability and his, mental prowess. And he was basically, the way I looked at it was, he was taking him under his wing, kind of giving him more responsibility amongst the scouts, because honestly, if you asked me, I would have saw Erwin's death within this traveling escapade that he had, and then I would assume he would have died, and then Hodgins would have taken over, and eventually she would have continued to groom Armin to become the next commander of the scouts. I've always thought Armin was going to be commander of the scouts. He's just too damn smart. He's also the only person who can wrangle Eren when he's off on some vendetta, and he's the only one who can calm down Mikasa whenever Eren's on a vendetta and Eren gets captured and Mikasa goes renegade. It's always been Armin who has handled the two of them, right? But I don't know who I would have taken back. Who would I have taken? I could not have told you, because it has just been a back and forth struggle. Like, this whole episode, I wasn't mad or anything. I was just like, either person you bring back would have been a good ass decision. Either one. You can't really tell me. I mean, yeah, Erwin has the experience. Commander Erwin, he's the commander. He has the experience. And him as a Titan would be indispensable. But Armin has that, that freshness to him. You know what I mean? Like, either way, I'm pretty sure Erwin would have, if he really put his mind to it, he would have found Reiner in the wall. I have no doubt about that. And with as smart as he is, and with as much experience as he is, Erwin as a colossal Titan, that's a war that's won. Armin doesn't have that killer instinct that Erwin possesses. So, honestly, I have no idea. I might have just revived Erwin. For real. Because he would have grew his arm back. He would have been a Colossal Titan. And a Colossal Titan... the Colossal Titan has already been stated within these past episodes that it is the best Titan to be. I mean, Colossal Titan versus Eren. Colossal Titan wins. Colossal Titan versus Armor Titan. Colossal Titan wins. Colossal Titan versus Beast Titan. Colossal Titan wins. I don't think you understand. This is a 200-meter tall Titan that towers over every other Titan. He fucking wins. I mean, all you have to do is fucking kick, punch, smack. You could pick up a Titan and rip him in half. I don't fucking care. But look, this wasn't meant to be a long ass video, but it turned out to be a long ass video. But I want to know what you think. Whether it's Hyuga. Look, listen. They made the right decision. Armin was the better choice. He should have been revived. It doesn't really matter about Erwin. His time is up. He was great, but Armin is the future. Or if you agree with me, Hyuga, you're right. Levi made a horrible mistake, and he should have revived Erwin and not Armin. And Armin does not have that killer instinct, that no hold bars mentality. And if it comes down to it, Armin's not going to want to sacrifice soldiers, much like what we saw when Erwin was giving that speech right before they all started charging on the horses, and one of the new scouts was like, "Are you asking us all to ride to our deaths?" And Erwin was like, "Yeah, I am, because that's exactly what we're about to do, and this is what you signed up for. So yes, we're about to charge to our fucking deaths." Armin would not have allowed that to happen. I'm sorry. Armin would have just died, quivering in a corner that we've seen him do before, and I'm just not for it. But I'm not. I mean, I'm sounding like I'm upset, but I'm really not upset because it's Armin. But if I had to pick one character to die, Armin. I'm picking Erwin over Armin. That's what I'm telling you. So look, that's all I got for y'all. Longer than I thought, but nonetheless, you get what I'm trying to say. Subscribe, comment, like, share, all that fun stuff. And like always, keep it safe, Rapid. I'm out.
Vector out 265, ascending.
Losing Bravo. UAV taking control.